Hey everyone, welcome back to the Cakeman Entertainment. In today's video, I will be doing a review, a spoiler-filled review on Captain America 4 Brave New World. I didn't love the movie, I didn't hate the movie, I thought it was just par. It was an average movie, and I know average usually is associated with really negative, like it was really shit and stuff, but it wasn't really shit. It had like the base foundation of something that could be cool, but it wasn't. It ended up falling flat. If I get into my specific spoiler-filled thoughts now, so if you haven't watched the movie, you can go away, but if you're not going to watch it anyway, you might as well just watch my review. I'll start off with the positives. So I think Red Hulk was really cool. I did enjoy his design, and not just like Red Hulk as in Harrison Ford as Thunderbolt Ross. I thought that was a pretty decent recasting. He performed his job pretty well. You could see he was a guy struggling with his emotions, of course, anger being the big one, but also I like that aspect of him trying to reconnect with Betty, that, yeah, he really wanted to reconnect with his daughter, adding in that cherry blossom stuff. And then, yeah, when he transitioned into Red Hulk as well, which was, let's be honest, for like 5-6 minutes of the movie right at the end, I thought that was pretty well done. I did enjoy seeing him as Red Hulk. I thought the whole design, the CGI was pretty good. In the first teaser trailer when we first saw him, it was horrible CGI. I don't know what the hell they showed us there, but they definitely polished it up quite a lot and it looked good. Leading into my next point is that the fight between him and Falcon was pretty good as well, although quite short. Like it was only a few minutes, and yeah, the way they lined it up in the trailers and the way they were promoting it, it seemed like it was going to be Red Hulk vs Falcon for a while, but it wasn't. I'll be honest, it was like 3-4 minutes like of fighting. It was pretty short, and then I didn't like how quickly he turned back into Harrison Ford. Like it was Thunderbolt General Ross. Yeah, it was pretty quick transition. I feel like how I would have done it is when that when he was giving him the flower and then he held the flower in his hand. I think it would have been nice if maybe a soldier just shot him or something, and then he's like, oh fuck, and then he just like legs it, and you know he's still alive. But just the way they cast Harrison Ford, he's 82 years old. You knew they were never going to do more than one movie. And such a big character like Red Hulk, well, they basically just ruled him out. Like, he's not going to come up again. So I also did enjoy Sam and his little inner turmoil. He's trying to fill the shoes of Steve Rogers, but he's not Steve Rogers. And I think that's what a lot of people watching the film are also like. They're like, this guy's not as cool as Steve Rogers, unfortunately. And I enjoyed that they explored that. Could they have explored it more or in a better way, more emotional way? Yeah, for sure they could have. I think they just touched just the tip of the iceberg. They could have delved a lot deeper into his character, but I enjoyed some parts of that. And I think some of the political aspects, political turmoils between countries was relevant to today's society as well. So I thought that was good. Into the negatives, and there is a few of them. So I think the whole movie feels like it's been reshot. Now, we know there was a lot of complications with the production of this movie. There was a lot of reshoots, apparently rumored reshoots, but you can tell there's been a lot of redirection in this movie because the pacing is very much off. There's a lot of scenes which feel very cut in and cut out, if you know what I mean. It just feels like it doesn't flow smoothly like a line, like it's one movie, one vision. It feels like it's going a bit all over the shop. Giancarlo Esposito's character seems like he's just shoehorned in there for the sake of that actor being in there. Like, the character was useless. He pretty much didn't play a role. I can't even remember what his name was, but yeah, I thought his character was done pretty dirty for an actor of his caliber. It was just a waste, really. I think another big issue, and probably the main issue of the movie, is that Sam is not really the main character in his own movie. This feels much more like an Incredible Hulk sequel than Captain America 4, because the bad guy is Red Hulk. Well, one of the bad guys, I guess you can say, is Red Hulk. Then you have that other guy, the leader, I think he's called, comically, I think he's called the leader. Yeah, you have Betty show up, you have Incredible Hulk scenes, Abomination scenes and all that. Like, all the characters are from Incredible Hulk. They've got nothing to do with Falcon. So, yeah, I thought that whole thing, just the whole movie, it felt like Sam was fighting to be the protagonist of his own movie, which is sad because I don't like Sam. Although I don't think he should have got his own movie, and I don't know if he should have been Captain America. Like, he should have had a chance to at least try and shine, but he didn't really get that chance. He was always fighting to be the main character of this movie. Another, you can say negative, but I'd say, yeah, it tries a lot to copy movies from before. So there's certain action scenes which I'm sure you guys remember. There's one where they're doing a hand-to-hand combat scene. They're trying to copy that from Winter Soldier. There's the one with a knife, like remember Bucky versus Steve. They try to copy that in here as well with Giancarlo Esposito's character. Even Red Hulk. Red Hulk's fight, they copy some Hulk moves, but that one I understood better. I enjoyed it more. But some of the hand-to-hand combat, it wasn't as smooth as it should have been. The choreography was pretty rough. The cinematography around some of the like real, like the hand-to-hand combat fights. This is excluding CGI fights. Hand-to-hand combat fights were low quality, I think. Yeah, they didn't really show much hand-to-hand, especially Captain America, Winter Soldier, Civil War. Like, there's been a lot of really good hand-to-hand combat fights in those movies, and this one just didn't live up to it, unfortunately. But in saying that, the CGI fights were, I think, better. I preferred all the CGI fights to the hand-to-hand combat ones. Another thing is that in stories like these, the main character should develop in the movie, right? He should change by the end of the movie. I don't feel like Sam changed that much from the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie. I feel like he's still the same, maybe a little different. Maybe he's found himself a bit more, but it's not very obvious. He seems like very much the same character. And as an audience member watching the movie, you should know if the character's changed or not. In fact, I think the most transformation occurred, literally and metaphorically, was Thunderbolt Ross. He became like a nice guy at the end, and he understood that he was wrong. He transformed, yeah, and he became like he respected his own values, really, because he went to jail for what he did. And I guess just one last like negative, which was a real negative but a very, very tiny thing. It was the post-credit scene. I mean, what the hell was that? That was absolutely atrocious. And not only, it wasn't a mid-credit scene, they literally did it like towards the end, so you had to wait all that while just for some idiot to say, oh yeah, there's more of us coming. So pretty much all he's saying is there's an Avengers movie coming. They could have just literally just read that as text, and it would have been better than what they gave us as the post-credit scene. But yeah, and I didn't even mention that guy, the leader, the bad guy, the technical antagonist of this movie. He was very poor. I mean, he was just in the background doing his like mind thing, and it wasn't a real strong performance. Not memorable at all. It's one of those throwaway garbage Marvel villains that you won't remember after watching this movie. Look, the movie had potential. Did it fulfill that potential? No, it didn't, but it was still okay. It had parts. Some of the fighting was good, some of the story was good, but all in all, it's just another Marvel, cookie cutter movie, unfortunately. Like, if you want me to give a rating, I would say 6 to 6.5 out of 10. I'll say 6.5. I thought the Red Hulk stuff was pretty cool. The movie was a letdown. I thought it would be better, and I was hoping for better. I was hoping for hopefully maybe an 8 out of 10 or something, because all the Captain Americas have been pretty good, but this is the new generation now, and I think we're seeing where Marvel's heading. And yeah, let's just hope the future is bright, but it's not looking too good at the moment. So that's just my thoughts. Again, my personal opinion. You guys don't have to think the same. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this movie, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.